I'm sleeping what the fools do. You got 3 eyes, but you only use 2.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Good Dad here. And today we have ourselves another video involving another bitter baby mama and an unfortunate fellow who is being hoodwinked and bamboozled with the child support system. Today's plot twist is the fact that this man called himself being so in love with this woman that he adopted her children. I absolutely do not recommend this for any man in any situation. Well, let's just sit back and watch the show, man. Let's see what happens.
Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is a case of Cassidy's.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Cassidy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We were married for several years, and he adopted my son from my first marriage, which meant my first husband relinquished all rights, and he doesn't want to take care of the child anymore now that we're divorced.
Okay, sir, is there a reason you don't want to take care of your son?
Well, he's not my son.
In case you guys didn't know, if you do decide to adopt a child, that child legally becomes a part of your family, and that child is now your responsibility. That's what the law says. That's what you said when you signed them papers to adopt that child. You might as well have created that child yourself, because you are stuck with that responsibility. You took it on, it's your fault.
Well, yes, he is. You adopted him.
I thought I was in love with her. I just wanted to please her.
So you didn't really love the child at
The
all,
worst
your
thing you
son?
could do.
Because he is your son, just so we're clear. You're not going to be able to say things like, it's not my child. You adopted this child legally. This is your child.
Well, he's not blood. He's her son. He's not my blood son. He's a redhead.
What does that have to do with anything, the color of his hair?
Kids.
What does the color of his hair have to do with anything?
I just always hated redheaded kids.
Okay. How did the two of you meet?
Well, I had been divorced several years, and I'm a farmer. And so
Yes, he's a farmer.
Ma'am, I will give you your opportunity to speak in just a moment, okay?
She got an attitude
Go
on
ahead,
her.
sir.
So my friends took me out to a club. I call them mammary clinics. Took me
Okay.
out to a mammary clinic for my birthday, and that's where I met her. And she strapped it to me, and I fell in love with her that night, and
You fell in love enough to adopt her son,
to marry her because I thought I was in love with her.
okay?
And so we got married, and she coaxed me into adopting her kid.
Okay, you
The
adopted
redheaded
your
one.
child.
Yeah.
Men, please, do not be hypnotized by the skins, the juicy skins. They will get you caught up in all kinds of mess. You see what this man is going through? He said he fell in love with her that night. So that means it was love at first sight on his end. And she had to be the most attractive woman he's ever seen, because I just don't see how that can happen. I don't see it. Not falling in love with nobody on day one might like him a whole lot. We ain't falling in love. That shit is dead.
Okay, you
The
adopted
redheaded
your
one.
child,
Yeah.
and you're here today because she wants you to
Pay child support.
pay
for
child
that
support
kid.
and take care of your child.
He's more of a ballerina than he is a boy.
What do you mean by a ballerina?
I don't want that kid. He's.
Sir, you adopted this child.
Well, let his own father adopt him back.
Wait a minute. His father terminated.
Oh, the plot thickens. He doesn't want the child because the child's a little fluffy. He's a little soft. He's a little Ballerina E. Well, that's what happens when your real dad ain't in your life. And you just got your mom influencing you, and you don't really have no real masculine instruction or influence in your life. Turn out feminine. That's just the way it is. And you adopted him, and now that's your son. He's not your son, but that's your son. Something papers, papers, and now you got a little something for.
His rights, and you adopted this child.
Well, she can talk to
I'm
somebody
not
else
about
that-
to play this game with you, sir. Mr. Cassidy, we're not doing that today, okay? This is your child. You legally adopted the child, and you can be legally responsible for paying child support as well.
Well, his first dad gave up his rights. How come I can't give up my rights?
Well, you know what? We're not doing that today. Today, you're going to take care of this child, okay?
Okay, what?
And you're not going to give him up because he's a redhead.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Fish,
Mr. Cassidy, how much
Do that
money
right
do you
away.
make a year?
approximately 83.
83,000. And ma'am, now I'm to you. What does this mean, farmer?
I'd rather not go into detail.
Okay. $83,000 a year. And sir, you said, how many other children do you have?
I have two.
2. Okay. So you have 3 kids
They're
total.
not redheaded either.
Sir, the color of their hair should not affect whether or not you decide to be a father to those children versus your adopted son. You understand?
I understand.
Okay. Well, as long as you understand. I have your gross. Yes, ma'am.
So I've dyed the little boy's hair now, so
What color is his hair now, ma'am?
his hair is the same color of his now.
And you all are aware that the color of this child's hair doesn't matter in terms of the financial responsibility, right?
I understand that, but he doesn't, so I'm just trying to make it to where he
I don't want
likes
to buy
his
his
son.
tutus for
You
the
know
rest
what?
of
It is
his life.
ridiculous. She even had to dye the child's hair to even make you receive any type of comfort, sir. That's ridiculous. Now, at $83,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,916.67.
Wow.
Who carries health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is it for the child only?
$230 a month.
$230. Okay, sir, you're going to reimburse that to her monthly. Yes, you are. And your net comes out to $5,482.88.
Oh.
Yes.
Adoption. And look at the vultures in the back smiling. They probably back there hoping and praying they get the same outcome. Absurd the way the system is used against these men. It doesn't make any sense. I feel sorry for this man. We're going to keep it moving.
What? Do we need to call an ambulance? You okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe an ambulance might help me.
Okay, well, right now I'm getting ready to help you with these numbers, okay?
Or a
Giving you
12
credit for
gauge.
the other children that you have. Your child support obligation is $808.72 plus the health insurance reimbursement of $230 a month. That makes your monthly obligation $1,038.72.
Okay, that's gonna.
Okay, and you can afford it. It's 83. You make $83,000, sir.
Well, there's a lot of overhead for farming.
Well, you know what?
No.
Dye your hair red.
Well, that's not going to help me pay my bills. That's
It
not going to help me
might.
feed my cattle.
Well, you know what? You might want to choose some different alternatives.
Well, you got to eat. That's what. Where do you think your food comes from?
You grow my food?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I pay for it from you, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? You're going to continue to grow your food, and you're going to take care of this child, who's now the hair is dyed because you had a problem with the color of the child's hair. Ridiculous. Is there anything further here?
Yes.
The hair was not dyed because of the hair. She just, maybe it was, whatever. So it really don't make it, it's not going to make a difference. It will never make a difference.
The last year that he hasn't paid, can he pay the back pay as well?
You know what? That is a great question. Are you asking for back pay today, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, unfortunately, you did not put that in your paperwork that you filed with the court requesting that. So unfortunately, if you did not ask previously, I can't award it to you.
Okay.
So monthly obligation, listen,
Judge, there's another
you don't
option.
need all of that.
If he wants to come back and remarry me, we can do that. Then he won't have to worry about child support.
Well,
Did you hear what she just said? That right there can give you the whole meaning of this, the whole purpose of this. She only doing this to get back at this man. That's the only reason she doing it for. Because if he take her back, then it ain't gonna be no child support, right? It'll all go away if he just gets back with her. Absolutely ridiculous. And the judge is sitting there acting like she see through him. But do you see through her?
I mean, that's an option.
I'm going back to my ex-wife.
That's an option.
I've got my other wife and kids. They're coming back. We're back together.
Just thought as long as he was going back and forth, you know.
Oh, well, I'm glad to see
No
you.
going back.
Well, I'm glad to see that you moved on, and I'm glad to see that you're open to that possibility. But unfortunately, this is not reunification court.
Maybe she
This is
should go
child
back to the
support court.
memory clinic and go to
So,
work.
well, guess what? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Want to give that to your wife? Maybe she'll have you comb your hair.
Get out here.
Hi guys, it's Vonda Bailey, and I'm coming to you as the lawyer this time.
So, gentlemen, as you can see, it is never a good idea to adopt any woman's kids that you are in a relationship with. That has to be one of the dumbest things that you could possibly do. If you are going to adopt some kids, make sure it's because you want to adopt some kids. That's what's in your heart. That's what you really want to do. You want to change somebody's life. You want to take them under the wing. You want to show them something better than what they had. But don't do it to impress some chick, some woman, because she don't appreciate that shit. I'm telling you, she does not appreciate it. Just look at the situation. Now she locked him in. He's locked in. He's locked in for at least another 18, 20 years. He's locked in. She couldn't handle him leaving her. So now she put him on. Now she put him on child support. This doesn't make sense. If you're gonna adopt some kids, do it from the heart. Do it from wherever agency or whatever. Don't just do it to impress some woman. Absolutely ridiculous. You're opening yourself up to stuff like this. So he's responsible. Nothing he can do except waive his rights. But that's going to be another time. In the meantime, we got to pay.
We have arrived at the educational portion of our show. I just wanted to go over what this segment would cover and how the different scenarios interact with child support under Texas law. I want to go over what you all just watched in that particular episode. Biological parent terminated his rights. The husband adopted the child as a step-parent adoption. The wife and the husband are now going through a divorce. Am I obligated to pay child support for the child that I adopted? Well, under Texas law, that is very much so the case. Just because you adopt a child does not mean you have zero responsibility to that child. Legally, they become your child. Therefore, in the event of a divorce, you can't be obligated to pay child support. And it's that simple, folks.
Real simple, right? And she got that big smile on her face. But that's cool, though. You know what I mean? This is here for us to consume and analyze it. For me to give you so that you can be aware and don't make these damn mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for any man out there that's going through this exact situation. That shit kind of break my heart, man, because I know if I was in that situation, as a man, you just would feel so helpless in that situation. But he could do something about it. I would assume that's just temporary, because he could file to waive his own parental rights, and I don't think they can stop him from that. And for whatever reason he wanted, I don't know how that thing goes, but man, just be careful out there. Use your brain, not your thing. When you're dealing with these women, you're making life-changing decisions. Don't do it. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you like the vibe, subscribe, That's for me. You got something to say, comment. That's for you. And hit that like button. Hit that like button so we can get more people in the discussion. And I'm gonna holler at you, man. Peace.
Wake up, sleeping what the fools do. You got 3 eyes, but you only used 2.